Guys, welcome back to an episode of Create with Linda. Today I'm making Mexican chicken. Now, this isn't a dinner, or maybe it might be a dinner, but I had some leftover chicken in the refrigerator that I needed to use up from another recipe that I bought, because when I buy chicken cutlets, they're so reasonable at Sam's Club. I buy a big pack, so I had half, like maybe 5 or 6 chicken breasts. So it's Sunday, and I'm not really sure what I'm making for dinner tonight yet, but this might be an accompaniment to it. Anyway, I wanted to get rid of this I wanted to get this chicken made so it didn't get bad. So what I'm making is a recipe that my family loves. It's called Mexican chicken. Now I already began because I wanted to get it moving for you guys. All right, so let me show you. What I did was I sliced the chicken down the middle. I buy the big fat pieces, and I slice it down the middle so I get 2 out of 1. Okay, then what I did is I put olive oil in here, mixed it, coated it all over the chicken, and then I put taco seasoning on the chicken and mixed it all up. Now you can put as much taco seasoning if you want. If you like a lot, put a lot. If you like a little, put a little. If you don't like any, just put salt and pepper, whatever. But it is Mexican chicken, so I would kind of put the taco on it if you want that. All right, so there you go. Now I already have some cooking over here. See, you just put it in the saute pan. Okay, I'm going to turn it over. Hope you guys can see. Okay, let's bring this over now closer for you guys. All right, for now, because then I'm going to show you the other stuff. Okay, this looks like this chicken is almost, getting there. You just saute it till it's done. So it's about 165 degrees on the temperature. On the thermometer if you use one. I could probably squeeze all these in here. Now, I've made this in the oven before, and honestly, that's usually how I do it, but the last few times I made it, I don't know, I felt like it got a little bit dry. So I'm doing it on the stove top. Okay, so now while this is cooking, I'm going to wash my hands quick, because I was touching the chicken. Okay, then I'm going to show you guys what else goes into the recipe. This is a really good, fun recipe for the kids, and just for something different. It's really, really delicious. All right. Let's come over here now. Let me move yous. Sorry about the movement, guys, but, this is what I got to work with. Let's put the light on. Maybe, can you see better? I don't know if you can see better without the... I do this every time I go through this. I go through this with this. All right, let's move this over here. Now what I'm going to do is that you have orange, red, and yellow peppers. Now, by all means, if you only have green peppers, just use green peppers. You don't have to use the tricolor. I just use the tricolor because that's where I got the recipe in the beginning from. And I just like these better because they're much sweeter and it's just really pretty. Okay? So I already cut most of the peppers up already. I'm just going to show you how I do it. One each. I'm going to put the light on while I do this, only because I need to see where my fingers are so I don't cut my fingers off. I hope the glare is not too bad. So I just cut them in strips, and then I just cut them down the middle like that. Okay, that's the orange one. Now I have the rest of the red one. I don't know. It's the same thing almost with English cucumbers. I used to only buy green peppers because, they were more reasonable. The red peppers and the yellow peppers and the orange peppers are much more expensive than, I think I'm using the wrong knife. That's why it's not working. They're much more expensive than, I'm going to turn this over while I'm chatting with you, than the green peppers. But I got news for you. I don't really like the green peppers after having these. I prefer these. So that's what I buy now. And really, where you shop depends. I mean, they're not really that expensive. In Walmart, you can get like a pack for like, I don't know, $3.69 or something, a pack of 3 of the tricolor. You just gotta shop around, guys. But I spend a little bit more money on some of the things that I like because I feel like it's worth it, especially when it comes to produce. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit all that in there. I'll just put the rest in there that I can fit. Now, it's really important not to overcook your chicken because you don't want dry chicken, okay? So, a lot of times in recipes that I make, I use chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs. Sorry about all the noise, guys. Because I feel like sometimes chicken breasts a very precarious, if that's a word. Very like, you know, you gotta be careful that you don't overcook them. Because once they're overcooked, I feel like there's no going back. Like it's so chewy and it's just not enjoyable. So a lot of times I cook with boneless chicken thighs, but unless I'm gonna make a dish that I'm making actually today that has to be really, you know, watched and kept an eye on, because I can't eat a chicken breast that's overcooked. Okay, now these are boneless, obviously. See, these are cooking away. Nice and sauteed. And what's great is that this is all the chicken I have, so I can totally fit this in the pan to do everything I have to do with it. Okay, so now I got my thermometer, guys. This is my best friend in the kitchen when it comes to meat. When it comes to meat, this is my friend. I discovered this, my husband got this to me, I think last summer. Yeah, last summer. And I'm always having an issue like, oh, is the meat done? You gotta check the steak, is it done? Is it rare? Is it too rare? This thing is amazing. It gives you what temperature it's supposed to be. You stick it in and it tells you. I love this. This is my ride or die in the kitchen, guys. My best friend. All right, now a couple of them are a little brown, so I'm gonna check. Because like I said, I don't want to overcook this. I don't want them to be overcooked. What happened with this thing? Sometimes this thing goes a little funky. Okay, now this one is showing that it's done. So I'm gonna take it out and I'm gonna put it in the pan. See? That one's done. I'm going to put it on the plate. I'm going to move these over and check another one because, again, I don't want them overcooking. Let's stick this one. Now, try to stick the thermometer in the thickest part of the chicken. I'm going to bring these closer so you can see this. And I think I'm going to shut that light off because, yeah. Okay. Now, that one shows 165 too, so that one's done. Let's try another one. So if you're gonna make chicken breast, I mean, this is something I probably don't even have to tell you guys. You guys know how it is with chicken. Now you see, look at that. Now this one's over, so I got to get it out right away because, you know, they do cook a little bit outside of the out of the pan, so you don't want them to overcook. I don't mean to stress that so much, but it's just that I feel like it's such an important aspect. And these are also going to go. So that one was done. These are also going to go back in the pan. So I can I can put the peppers and onions on them and put the cheese on them, guys. So they have to be cooked good, okay? All right, let's see, that one's not done yet. This one is thinner, so it might be done. Yep, that one's done. And even if they're a little bit like, it's 165, but if they're at 160, 163, I'll take them out because I know that, first of all, with this recipe, I know they're going to cook longer, and also they cook a little bit in the plate. You know that. You cover them up with tin foil and all that. They cook a little bit more. All right, that one's done. And I tell you, I really have noticed from my family that my family said to me, "Oh, Mom, the chicken is so nice and tender." You know, because sometimes it wouldn't come out so tender. And it would bother me. Like, I'm the type of person, when I cook, like, it's my stuff that doesn't come out good, and, like, stuff that I made before doesn't come out like it used to, like it came out the last time. Oh, God, it bothers me. It bothers me so much. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist when it comes to cooking and stuff like that. Because I want it to be good. I want it to be good for my family. You know what I mean? You work hard, you want it to be good. All right, let's try this again. Let's see. Look at that. That's 121. Try this one. All right, that one's done. All right, now we're going to wait for this one to be done. This one has a couple more seconds, I would say. Now I'm going to put this light on, and I'm going to, sorry about the movement again, guys. I hate when I have to do that. I'm going to cut up a couple of garlic cloves because I like garlic in my peppers, with my peppers. Now, when I used to make this recipe in the beginning, I used to just put the peppers, I gotta lower this flame because I'm taking a big mess in here. Ooh, I'm gonna have a lot to clean up tonight. Look at the stove. I used to, when I first started made this recipe, it calls for just putting the peppers on top of peppers and onions on top of it, and then putting the cheese on. But I don't know about you guys, garlic overboard. I don't know about you guys, but I like my veggies and stuff a little cooked. Like I like them a little raw, but I like them also, I like a little bite, but I also like a little tenderness to them, and I just like the taste of like the char and stuff on them. So we're gonna put them in the frying pan for like 3 minutes and let them saute a little bit. This way they'll be nice and delicious when they go on top of the chicken. All right, let's see, guys. 150. Now remember, try to put it in the thickest part of the meat. Okay? Yeah, this one's done. Okay. Remember, these are gonna cook. They're gonna be in the pan again. Ooh, what a mess. They're gonna be in the pan again when I put the cheese on them. All right? All right. That nice golden brown. Make it look delicious. All right, so let's put these aside over here. These are gonna be so good. All right, I'm gonna lower the flame a little bit because it's a little high from the chicken. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute. Now I have all the oil, from the olive oil in here already from when I started the chicken. So I don't need to put anything else in there. So here I got 3 peppers, 1 orange, 1 red, and 1 yellow, like I said, but you can use green, whatever kind of color peppers you want to use. No law that you have to use what I use. That's the thing with recipes, guys. You use what you want to use. You use what you have. You adapt the recipe to what you have. If I didn't have, an orange pepper and I had a green pepper, okay, so I'd make a green pepper. If I didn't have, an onion, I wouldn't put an onion in it. You don't have to put garlic. It's all up to you. Now I'm going to raise the flame a little bit, like to medium high, just so these saute, because I want these peppers to saute really, really fast. I don't want them to sit in here. And honestly, you see that? There's kind of greasy, a lot of oil in there. So when they're done sauteing, I am going to take them and I'm going to put them in a strainer and I'm going to drain some of that. This tripod is not cooperating. I'm going to drain some of that oil because I think they're just a little bit too greasy. Sometimes I go a little overboard with olive oil and I put a little bit more than I should. So they're a little bit, oily. But that's okay. It's something that can be fixed. All you got to do is drain them. Drain all the oil out, and it'll be fine. And let me tell you something, it's still going to taste delicious. There's nothing, So, okay, let me get a spoon. I don't know where all my... Did you ever stay in a house where everything disappears? All my wooden spoons are gone. Literally. I don't know where all my wooden spoons are. I got this little puny one I have to use. Look at this. I hate that. Things disappear. The wooden spoon police. Alright, so just keep... Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this a little bit because I have to season my food. And these weren't... I hate this salt shaker. These weren't seasoned. So I'm going to put a little salt, a little pepper, a little onion powder, a little garlic. Even though there's fresh garlic, I gotta have my garlic powder. Okay? Gotta have your food seasoned, guys. Otherwise it's gonna taste like nothing and you're gonna be like, what? And you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of thyme in here. A little bit of thyme. I like the flavor of thyme, but one thing about thyme is that you have to, like oregano, you have to use a little, because if you use a lot, it overpowers the dish, and you don't want that. Okay, so now let your peppers and onions cook as long as you like them to cook. If you like a bite to your veggies, guys, let them cook longer. If you don't like a bite, if you like them a little bit softer, let them cook a little bit longer. I tend to like them a little bit on the softer side, but kind of in the middle. I like them with a little bite, but I also like them soft, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't really know. All right. So yes, if you guys heard the news yesterday, I went up to 100 subscribers, and I'm over it now. I'm like 106 or something. So excited, guys! I'm so excited. I love doing this. This is so much fun. So don't forget, when I'm done with this video, when I'm done, don't forget, if you like this video, please hit that like button. The thumbs up button. make sure you hit that notification button so this way, every time I put a video out, you guys can see it, you'll be notified, and then you can watch it. And don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends, okay guys, and share. I love doing this for you guys. Thanks so much for your support. Thanks for watching, and let's get finished. All right, so now this is really, really swimming in grease. Look at this. That is, if you can see it, can you see that? That's just too much oil. So let me get my strainer. You see, the thing is that you can fix anything. You know, some people will panic and say, oh my God, what do I do now? It's ruined. No, it's not ruined. You put this in a strainer. Okay, let me show you. You put it in a strainer. Okay, you strain the peppers. All right. See? Strain all of them out. Okay. That's all. Get all the grease out. There's a lot of grease in there. I probably put like a tablespoon of oil. I should have put like a teaspoon. All right, you get all the goodies back out. Make sure you get all the goodies. You want that garlic and that onion and peppers, so yummy. And a little of the grease. A little grease is not bad, but too much is not good. All right. Okay. Now, what I should have did was I shouldn't have put that in there. This had the raw chicken in it. I'm gonna put this back in the strainer for a minute because I forgot that I have to put the chicken back in here. That's not a big deal. All right, now I'm not going to put anything else in the pan because it certainly doesn't need it. All right, I'm going to put the chicken out. I'm going to lower the heat because you don't want this high because you're basically just heating up everything. The chicken is cooked already. All right. Look. See that juice in there? I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. That juice. I like to slurp it up, but that would be rude. Listen, I'm Italian. I grew up in a crazy Italian family with crazy aunts and everything else. My mother was crazy. My grandmother, my nanny. Love them all, miss them all. Shout out to all my mom, my aunt, my dad, everybody. My Sophie, my puppy, I miss you. Sorry I'm going off on a tangent now. Back to the Mexican chicken. Okay, so this is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to dump all this delicious juice, guys. Look at that. That's liquid gold right there. Liquid gold. Now, like I said, don't have the flame too high, okay? I got to shred some cheese. Let me cut the cheese. Let's get rid of this because I cut chicken on this earlier. Yeah. Then I washed it. I don't want it over here. You know, you got to be careful with contamination of chicken. Okay? That's why I had the other thing on this board because I only use that board right there for chicken. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, guys. All right, let's shred some chicken up. Now you can put whatever kind of chicken you want. You want to put Colby, you want to put Monterey Jack, you want to put Sharp, you want to put mozzarella, whatever you want to put. I mean, it's Mexican, so, you know, you put whatever you want. Whatever kind of cheese you want. You want to put Mexican chicken, whatever chicken you want to put on. I mean, you want to put Mexican cheese, you put Mexican cheese. Woo! It's hot in this kitchen, guys. All right, so I think I need a little bit more cheese because I don't know about you, but this house right here is a cheese house. We go through a lot of cheese in this house. A lot of cheese. I think I'm gonna get a grocery haul together when I do my next grocery haul. I'll put a grocery haul together for you guys to show you what I buy. I buy too much. I can tell you that right now. I buy way too much. That's just me. That's how I grew up. Always had to have backups. Cheese is getting crazy. All right, I'm going to lower this really. I'm completely lowering this because I don't want this to overcook. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to take this stuff and I'm going to place it on top of the chicken. Okay? Doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be neat. And like I said, if you don't have time and you want to put this in the oven, by all means, put it in the oven. Just keep an eye on it. Just watch that it doesn't overcook. Watch your chicken, and it should be fine. You do whatever you have to do, whatever you can do. If you know, if you want to put it in the air fryer, I don't know how it would work in the air fryer. I guess it would probably work. So I'm loading this up on the chicken. Oh God, this is gonna be so good. I'm telling you, this is gonna be so delicious. And you know, if you guys like really spicy, put hot stuff in it. Put jalapenos or put, you know, cayenne pepper or add, you know, hot taco sauce. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you. The world is your oyster when it comes to cooking. You do what you want, what tastes good to you. Next time, when you make it and you taste something and you say, ooh, maybe that was too much hot pepper, maybe that was too much oil or too much, you know, taco seasoning, then you'll know for next time. Okay? Nothing can't be fixed. Sorry. This chef over here sweating a little bit. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put the cheese on. Now, we like a lot of cheese. You have to have a lot of cheese. It's so good. I think I'm going to need the rest of the cheese because, you know, the more cheese, the better, guys. Hope you guys can see this. All right, there we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to need more cheese. Let's put this on this side here. You can see that. The cheese is the best part. And what I'm going to do in a minute, I'm going to shut the flame off because I don't want this chicken overcooking. If this chicken overcooks, Mommy's not going to be happy. Okay. All right. Hope you guys are all having a good Sunday. It's a beautiful day here in New York. A little warmer than yesterday. A little bit of humidity, but not too bad. Pretty cool. No air since yesterday, so that's good. And whenever we don't have to use the air conditioning, that's the best thing. I'm using it so much lately. All right. I'll just do this with my hands now. Put this on. Guys, this is going to be so amazing. This is going to be so amazing. Yes, it's a lot of cheese, but you know, hey, today we're not on a diet, but if you're on a diet, use low fat or, you know, don't use the cheese, a lot of cheese or whatever you want to do. It's up to you. Okay. Now let's cover it with a piece of tin foil for a couple of minutes. Like that. I'm just going to put this stuff away, guys. Talk amongst yourselves, okay? I'll be right back. Let's throw this out. Let's try to clean up a little bit. My mother always said I'm a messy cook. She used to say to me, Linda, why do you have to make such a mess in the kitchen? And I always said to her, because that's what I do. When I'm cooking, I don't want to have to worry about cleaning up. Yes, I clean as I go along, like whatever, but when I cook, I cook. I don't worry about, the stove getting messy, whatever. So when I cook, and that's the way it is. But my mother used to always say that to me. You're a messy cook. I say, yeah, but am I a good cook? And she would say, yeah. And she would say that because she taught me how to cook. I learned from my grandmother, my aunts, and everybody how to cook. Just watching them and being around, like the Italian family and being around all the food and just really being there, like being in the kitchen with them. And I always loved it. Always loved cooking and all of that. I just really, really enjoyed it. So here I am cooking for my family over 35 years now. So this is what I do and I love it. Ooh, this is getting all nice and gooey. This is gonna be so good, guys. This is a really, really good meal. You compare it with rice. You compare it with French fries. You can even make like a Mexican rice with a little sour cream, guacamole, maybe some chips, to dip. You could do so much with this. And this is a really good meal to have company over because you could set it all up like in trays, in big, like silver trays like this. I'll show you. And then all you gotta do is pop it in the oven the last couple of minutes, like maybe 5-10 minutes, and let it heat up in these trays and put it out even for a barbecue or something. It's really good. Now that the fall's coming, we can do more stuff in the oven. It's really, really good. It's a really good meal to make, guys. And you guys are gonna love it. You're really gonna love it. Look at this, okay? Look at this. Look! Is that delicious? Okay, now I'm gonna put the light on. I'm gonna get my plate. And I'm going to take a little piece because I have to taste it, you guys. And yes, I could use a paper dish, but who wants to do that? I want to use a nice dish. My husband always says to me, another dish? And I say, yeah, another dish. He says, but why? And I said, because I can never find anything when I need it. And he says, but why? And I say, because I want it to look nice for my subscribers, right? Okay. All right, let's put this here. Okay. I'm gonna take a small piece. Well, there's really no such thing as a small piece. But that's okay. This is gonna be eaten. I'm telling you, this is gonna be eaten. Now, look at that. Look at that. Now, give me a moment. I'm gonna shut this off now. And I'm gonna get the sour cream because I want a dollop of Zizi on my food, on my Mexican chicken. And of course, I can take it out and I can't find it. Hello, sour cream. Oh well. You know what? I found, no, that's not it. Oh, I don't have it, guys. I don't know where it is. The kids probably finished it on me. So no sour cream for the Mexican chicken, but that's okay. Next time you just put a dollop of sour cream. You put a dollop of sour cream. So lovely. Okay, let's go. Let's go. I want to make sure I get everything in here. Everything in my mouth. Let's cut the chicken just a little bit because I don't want to be a messy eater in front of you guys. All right. The onion and the Mexican taco mix. So yummy. You know what else, guys? You could put this on a hero roll. My kids do that all the time. My son mainly. You can put it on a hero roll. So good. So delicious. And pepper overboard. That's all right. I have dogs. So, sorry. Sorry, is that rude? I'm so sorry. So good. I can't help eating it. Okay, so I really hope you guys loved this video. Like I said again, if you did, hit that thumbs up button and please hit the notification button so you guys are always informed, okay, when I put a video up. Love you guys. Thanks so much for your support and watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.